Welcome to the channel, everybody. My name is Ryan, and this is Unreal World, and we are back for another day here at the Winter Palace. That's what we're calling our new little shelter here, the Winter Palace. And as you can see, we've got some elk cuts here on the ground. Holy crap, will you look at that? We've got ourselves a visitor here. There is a lynx right there. It looks a little bit fatigued. I swear to God, guys, I have no idea how this thing appeared. Just literally came out of the shadows. So here's the deal. I did do a little bit of crafting, so I've actually got myself a spruce quick bow and some arrows and stuff. Don't worry, we're going to go through all the crafting on that. I had to basically figure it out first, though, because I'd never used these crafting recipes for these kinds of arrows. So we've got what are called fowling arrows. So if you can imagine, they're just like a normal arrow, except the tip is made of bone that's like a tri-tip. So it's for short range, like small game, like you'd use it hunting frogs, maybe, or maybe even small mammals like rabbits, possibly. But so it's limited. But again, we're limited in what we can make because of we have very little resources. I also made a couple blunt arrows because those are super easy to make. But the spruce quick bow, man, that's our new primary weapon here. Of course, if we look real quick, we can take a look at our skills without worrying about the cat running away. You can see that this gentleman here, Payne, his best skills are in the bow and the spear. So we still have a few of the rough javelins. I've got 8 of those. So I mean, we've had a little bit of luck with those so far. We did down an elk. I mean, not with the javelin itself, but we hit it. It helped us. But anyway, this is amazing. This is literally like 2 feet from our camp. So it's good and bad, but because this thing, if we miss it, he'll probably hang around for a little while. We have some traps in the area that could handle this guy, but just one actually. I think I'm still going to take a shot at him though. Let's see, can I move forward? Okay, he's running. Let's take a shot at him. I'm going to shoot this arrow. We've already got him lined up basically. Oh, flies past him. All right, I'm going to zoom out just a bit. You can see it's afternoon, so like the sun is going down. This is not even really an ideal time to hunt. So if he leaves my vision, which he's going to probably right now, I'm not going to. Oh, he's still looking at me. Hold on, let's take another shot then. Try a blunt arrow or two. Oh, there he goes. All right, he disappeared. I'm not really going to chase him. We'll just pick up our arrows and stuff. But like I said, trapping him might be viable. So if I don't know where those other arrows went, but we'll find them in the morning. If we come up here to this direction, now this trap right here is the biggest trap we've set. We got another at a second location, but this one's here. It could handle that lynx, I think. These other ones that we've built, that we've been catching birds and stuff, and the occasional fox, this probably won't handle that lynx unless it happens to be a really small cat. But that's amazing. I might even think about setting another large deadfall. We have 10 stones. I think it's 10 stones and some cordage. Yeah, you know what? Screw it. Let's do it. I'm going to grab this. That we need, I think, 2 feet of, 2 4 feet sections of cordage. Let's also grab 10 stones. Okay. We're going to move this stuff. It's a process here. We'll probably finish this off in the morning. See, there's one of our other traps. It's got nothing in it. And look at this. This bad boy. There's our blunt arrow. I'm thinking, where should we put it? He's leaving tracks all over the place. All right, screw it. Let's put it right here. Well, right where he walked recently. I'm gonna drop the stones. I'm gonna keep the cordage because it doesn't weigh much, but the stones are real heavy. So, in order to collect some of these wood, it's better to have that out of your inventory. Okay, let's see here. That's 5. Pick those up. And we need 3 more, so I'm going to bring them over here, drop them. Because again, that's 250 pounds. It's good to get that stuff off your back while you're trying to collect here. So we'll grab this, and I'm just going to pick them all up. Let's drop 3 here. Actually, you know what? We're lively. It's late afternoon. We're comfortably warm. In case you guys missed it recently, we do actually have some clothes now. Check that out. We've got a whole set of fur clothing. We're not fully decked out, but we're good now. We don't have to worry as much about temperature. So in other words, I think we can set this trap. It's a big deadfall. It's good to get it up as soon as possible, right? You know, the sooner the better, because he could walk into it overnight or something. Oh, I'm missing a branch. Damn it. All right, let me grab a handful real quick. Now, I don't think I have anything to bait it with, but as I've mentioned previously, that's not the end of the world. You don't have to bait these things, but it does help. Or we want big deadfall. Right in its tracks. Okay, now it's asking for the tying equipment. Perfect. We've got everything we need. There it is. Right there. So we've got our second deadfall. I did place this one a little bit outside of our line of sight range, so you can see I can't see my shelter from here, so that means it's close, but we will have to step a few paces down in that direction just to check it in the mornings, but that's okay. I mean, hopefully that'll encourage the animal to get to get closer to the trap since it's essentially farther from where we are. But I mean, heck, he seemed pretty comfortable, didn't he? Coming right up to us, dang. So anyway, let's get rid of the branches, the trunks. Yeah, we're essentially in hunting mode right now because we're out of food, have no food except for the dried food that I was kind of talking about initially before we got interrupted by the cat. So we've got 170 dried elk cuts, which is a lot, but they are not ready for 8 more days. So if we don't get something, we're going to be basically not close to starvation, but it's going to push. 8 days is a long time to go without food. So I think we'll survive even if we don't eat another bite between now and then. But obviously, we're gonna try and hunt. So he's a little bit tired. Let's head to bed. It's early, but it's not an ideal time to go to sleep. Yeah, we just woke up in late evening. Oh, that kind of sucks. It's super dark out here, so tell you what, I'm gonna pass a little time just maybe crafting some stuff. It's even too dark for that because I can barely even see to start a fire. Let's see. Yeah, I can't even push anything in the direction I want to make a fire. This is how it is in the winter. Now, keep in mind the sun is seasonal in game, just like in real life. So, in the summer, it's much easier to see at night. That's for sure. So, now if I want to start a fire, I literally have to pick it up, walk one pace, and then drop it. Because it won't let you push things if you can't see like where they're at or what you're pushing it to. And we're going to try and get this fire. There we go. Now I can actually see a tiny little bit in front of me there. It's hilarious. But anyway, like I said, maybe we should do an arrow. How about that? We'll craft an arrow. So first things first, I'm looking at what I have here on the ground. You can see I've got some fine bone arrowheads. Um, let's go to our crafting menu. All right, so the first selection is the arrows. Now I'm going to do, I want the fowling arrow. This is probably the best one we can do until we get like metal or some other stuff. I need an axe. Really, I need an axe to do a lot of crafting. Axes are required, but of course, as a runaway slave, we only start with the knife. So let's take a look at this. So what we need is an arrow shaft, the forked arrowhead, feathers, cordage. That's easy to get. Well, it's not easy, but we should have it. And the arrow shaft and the forked arrowhead, that's I think what we need to make. Let me look for cordage. Yeah, I got some fine leather cordage. Okay, we'll grab that real quick. So we also want the bone. I've got an elk bone we'll make. And what else did it say we need? Oh, yeah, the actual, what's it called? Arrow like shaft. So we'll have to do that in a second. But first, let's make the arrowhead. So we're going to hit arrows again. Now we want, where is it? Forked bone arrowhead. There it is right there. So, whoops, move the cursor. There we go. We'll make one of those. This is just for basically demonstration purposes. Now we got to select the bone. Now you can see I've already made several of these, so the bone's durability is about 50%, but this is only a very small amount of bone we're using, so it doesn't take a lot. Now I'm just going to get rid of that bone. Just drop it. We don't need it. But you can see I now have an inferior forked arrowhead. So, trying to think if I have any of the stuff I need for the arrow shafts. I don't think so. Oh, I've got some arrow shafts here, though. All right, so I actually have some made. So we'll grab one of those. All right, we'll go back to our crafting. Arrows. The fur flet. No, I'm sorry. The fowling. One. We've got the arrow shaft. We've got everything else, the feathers, the arrowhead, 2 feet of thin cordage. I'm going to use that leather and then a little bit of that poor cloth cord. So I don't expect this will be a good one. Oh, it is. We got ourselves a decent fouling arrow. So that just means it's like middle of the road. It's not fine quality, it's not rough. It's just a regular fouling arrow. So that's added to our little quiver, basically. There you go. So that's the most complex arrow that we can make right now. Again, there's a lot more, way better ones too, like this broadhead or maybe the fur-fletched broadhead is probably the best. I'm just guessing. I'm not 100%. But this one here requires a metal arrowhead. You need an iron broadhead. So I assume that's in a whetstone for final sharpening and stuff. So we've got a lot more, we can aspire towards. I'm looking forward to that. Well, we are out here on the world map. It is early morning, snowing. Actually, I think it might be raining. I'm not sure. But this is risky because we can barely see in front of us. We could run into some enemies or something, but there's not much else I can do with my time right now. Just want to check some of our traps here. We've got a few that we can see. Just kind of walk by them. Oh, where are these? See, this is the problem with limited visibility. Oh, there they are. If I don't start right next to the traps, hey, we can't see him. But check it out. We got ourselves a carcass. Awesome. Nice little bird. We will. I'm going to disassemble this. I know that sounds crazy, but I'm going to try and start bringing some of these traps back home with us. We might just set up a bunch right around our area or leave them completely disabled. We are hopefully getting to the point where I won't need small birds as much anymore, except strictly for like what's it called, arrows and stuff for their feathers every now and again. So I'll keep a couple traps out just for that. But hopefully these larger traps and more importantly our active hunting will do the trick for us, right? So I'm going to drop that stuff here in the shelter, and we got a little bird to take care of. That's good. Give me something to do here while it's still relatively dark outside. So first things first, let's get that arrow knocked. It's always good to be ready. Have your wielded slots full. So 1 and 2 should always be full of, whether it's a bow and arrow or your spear and your knife or whatever. Also, spear is good to just have two-handed. So you don't always need to have both slots full, but just have a weapon, whether it's two-handed or what. Anyway, so let's see here. We are going to drop our little boy here. 6.5 pounds. Jesus, it's the biggest bird I've ever seen. It's like a turkey. All right, let's butcher it up. And I'm going to go ahead and get the skin taken care of so that we can cook this meat freely. And look at that, 6 cuts. Dang. You know what? Let's go ahead and sacrifice one. That was a blessing. So there we go. Skin is going to take a little bit of time, but not long. And we will go ahead and burn up tiny little fire. This is just a tiny little cooking fire. It's not even long enough to really warm us up, but it will warm up the capercaillie cuts, so we'll do all 5 of those. And the good thing about a tiny little fire like this is you know that it's not going to burn your food. I could successfully go chop down a tree or spend hours doing something, and when I get back, the food will be nicely roasted. It won't be spoiled. As long as you don't leave it for days and days and days, it'll be fine. So let's see here. I got a little bit more time. Actually, we can take a little nap. Yeah, we're still a little bit tired. So let's grab that meat. Oh, it says it'll be ready shortly. Actually, you know what? I don't think I gave it even enough of a fire. You might have to do like 8 branches or something. Yeah, it's not even fully cooked yet. All right, that's not good. There we go. All right, so this guy here, not quite ready. Tell you what, I'm going to step out of the shelter. Let's just peek around. We're not going very far, but there's a lot of daylight right now, so if we could just kind of glance around the meadows here, see if maybe we get lucky, spot our next big game, but no luck. All right, like I said, just a quick jaunt, and now let's come here. We can't forget about that lynx either. All right, let's check our meat. Yep, it's done. The skin is ready to go. We are going to do its next stage here real quick. Let's drop that. Okay, so that'll take a couple hours. Now I know we have food we could eat. Our guy's definitely hungry, but again, we're on a starvation diet, meaning we only eat at night before bed. Otherwise, we just starve ourselves during the day. So I've just checked all the traps. Sadly, there's no lynx here. There's no guarantee that the animals will remain in the area like that. We could have scared that lynx away, and it might be off in the woods somewhere, but who knows? Maybe it'll come back in a day or two as well. So I'm going to go ahead and just leave that leather for now It'll be okay here in the cold, cold winter like this. It's not going to spoil, even if I leave it for a day or two. But I want to get out here, look over some of the land we've got. All right, we're tired. The sun's going down. God, there's such long nights here in the winter. It's crazy. It really is. You just don't have a lot of like daylight to work with. That's why it's so important to get on a good schedule, maintain that schedule, whether or not you just have to stand there and like chop down tree branches for an hour, just to kill time so you're on the right schedule so that you're in line with the sun, basically. So you can see what's going on. But we are tired. I'm going to push it again. Like I'm just trying to get him a little bit later in the night time before we actually go to sleep. Because right now, if we slept now, we'd end up waking up at like after midnight, just barely or something. So spend a little bit of time doing some labor. He's just basically gathering firewood right now. Of course, we can go from tired to very tired to like ready to drop, so there's a few more stages. And I can tell you, getting him tired is not going to risk his health. You can push your guy till he's ready to drop and stuff. Really, it's temperature, food that'll kill your guy. Weariness or vigor, that's just really performance, whether or not you're going to be making good crafting versus bad crafting, or successful shots with your bow versus bad shots. It's not life or death, though. So, in other words, I'm going to keep pushing him. Oh man, look at this. Look at this right here. That wolf is still in the area. I think we spotted this one, but it was kind of in a similar place, but a little bit farther down south. Man, we've got this shelter here. This is the one we set up and did almost nothing else with. Oh my god, look at the tracks. Oh, there are so many. I bet you these are wolf tracks. Guarantee it. Let's look at them. Here you notice very fresh small wolf tracks. Damn. Super dangerous. Yeah, there's like nothing here except some twigs and stuff. This would be an amazing spot to set up a couple of those big traps that we just built for the lynx. Oh my god. No, no, no. I'm going to try and cut down a couple of these small trees. Oh, there's the freaking wolf right there. Yes. Okay. No, no, no. We're getting away. Let's move away. I don't even want to like work in this area while there are wolves around. We definitely look. He's right next to us now. Do you see that? He's literally right there. All right. Let's get away. They're extremely deadly. I've had playthroughs end from one shot from a wolf, like right at the neck, just end it. So what I'm gonna do is I'd like to get 10 stones and take them down there and set up a trap, but honestly, I don't know. I don't know if we can find the stones. I mean, I've tapped out that we've got a giant lake here up to the north that I've been it's not that big, but I've been getting stones from that mainly. We might be out of them up there though. Although 10 stones, I should be able to scrape those together. So maybe that's something to work on. Because, if we can trap the wolf, I can just stand at a distance from it and shoot it with arrows until it's killed. Now, it's not ideal, but you definitely don't want to stand next to the trap and try and hit it with a knife like I do with the birds and stuff, because it'll still hit you. Like, it can attack you and stuff if you're right next to it. But nonetheless, it would be a huge benefit to us. And if we could come away with like a halfway decent wolf fur, that's probably very valuable in trading. Okay, well, I was standing here in the middle of the dark waiting for morning, trying to think of what I can craft, and I realized, what, we could probably make a stone axe. So I assembled what I need. We got some cordage here. It's poor cordage. I hope we don't make a crappy axe. That took like 3 hours. Okay, we got a decent axe. Now, the stone axe, as I mentioned, axes are very essential for building everything from boards to log cabins, so you need this axe. But the stone axe is very limited in what it can do. In fact, we might not even be able to cut down a tree with this thing, like a full size tree. Now, you'll notice we can cut down those small little saplings with our knife. So the stone axe will work against that. But a full size tree, I've had trouble with those. It might not even be enough to make a boards. So if I found like a fallen tree log, like we've got, like this one here, I'm not gonna try it right now. Well, let's try it. Oh, it's letting me do it. Wow. He had to pause though. Yeah, that's just a sign right there of how crappy the tool is. He wasn't able to like manage to get it done. But that's interesting. So we can fell trees. I don't know if we can make boards though. Boards are one of those ingredients that's used in a lot of recipes, from like traps to skis to all different kinds of stuff. So if we could get some boards made, we would be really in business. But we might have to get to a point where I'm like literally smelting iron and stuff before we do that. We'll see. Because, of course, in case you guys missed it, we are doing a full modded playthrough, and we have the ability to smith and make everything from nails to iron arrowheads and sickles and axes and swords. So we can make everything now, and we are going to. So let's see here. How are we doing right now? We're lively. We just finished that skin. We've got no meat left. I've got nothing to eat. Let's see how much longer on this. 5 more days. Not bad. Let's check the traps in this area. All right. Let's go down here and see if that lynx ever came back. Nope. Maybe it would be good. I was talking about setting up a trap down south and collecting stones. Maybe we just disassemble this trap, you know? Like, it served its purpose. It didn't catch the lynx, which we're hoping would come back, but didn't come back. So it's never a bad idea to just move a trap. If it's not producing, you get a little bit of skill points every time you assemble or disassemble a trap. So that's helpful. And I'm going to take everything here except the slender trunks, because he can't carry all of those things at once, and the slender trunks we can just get at the location. The stones themselves are much harder to find than trunks. So, all right, guys, I think we're gonna head down there, and it's going to be super risky. Let me rest a little bit. Okay, we're fully rested. Yeah, let's head down there. It's just risky not going there, but building that trap. Oh, it's gonna be like nighttime. Hold on, I get an idea. Okay, I'm just gonna drop this stuff off here real quick. Yeah, I do not want to try and build this at night or in like diminishing light and stuff. So, why did I have this? I'm gonna drop that and leave, and we'll come back to this in the morning for sure. Yeah, we'll hit up this little shelter right here and just spend the night here. It's nice and close. Oh, my starvation is definitely going up, man. We are struggling. Okay, guys, it is morning. I'm over here by the shelter. I don't see the wolves right now, but they could just be in the trees or something. Let's zoom out. I'm going to go to full zoom out here. I'm going to go in stealth. I did bring a couple of slim trunks here, so we just have to spend as little time here as possible. There they are. There's 5 of them. Okay, we're just going to back away. They can see me clear. You guys see them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We literally got a wolf pack in front of us. Wow. Okay, we're backing away. Keeping our. They won't get aggressive necessarily unless we attack them. Okay, I can't even leave yet. They're too close to me. I'm gonna drop these trunks here. I'm still determined to make this freaking trap, even if I have to do it like right next to the shelter or something. All right, they're moving through. So okay, we can leave now. Jesus, they're close, aren't they? Wow, that's incredible. All right, let's rest just for a second. No reason we can't just zoom around here for a minute and look for some. Oh, there's a trader. Dang it. We can't hunt the traders. All right, let's go back. Like I said, I'm determined to get this thing built. I have a feeling this might actually work. All right, this is really, really risky. You know what? I'm just going to grab the stones. I'm going to take like 3 steps and drop them. Whoops. Okay. I hope I have enough branches. I only brought 1. The slender trunks, I needed 8 of them. So we'll move all 7 of these. Oh, I'm carrying it. Hold on. Let me get everything situated. Okay, I think I've got it all. 4 feet of tying equipment. 10 stones. All right, this is the moment of truth. Don't get killed. Okay. Whoo. Nothing's behind us. We did it. We set up the trap. Sadly, I don't have anything to put in it. Not even a scrap of meat. Not even a handful of berries for the wolves. But we've got it. It's right next to the shelter. Obviously, I was a little too nervous to go out there. Let me see. I'm still carrying some trunks around. Drop those here. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. It's almost nighttime again. We are still lively, though. I've kind of gotten out of sync here. As I mentioned, so important to try and keep in sync, and I've failed that, but it's okay. We can get back in there. We're still a tiny bit of light left, so let's check some of these traps we've got around here. These are the ones just right around our shelter. And it is too dark to even see them, so... Alright, never mind. We're going to the shelter. Where is it? I can't even see it. There it is. Oh, yeah. It gets real challenging here in the winter, as I've mentioned. Okay, so you know what? It's after midnight. I've got the fire lit, so we got a little bit of light, and I figured, you know what? There is an extra log right here, and I tried it with the stone axe to make some boards. And here it says that the stone axe is a very unhandy tool here. It takes far too long to accomplish this task like that. It's practically impossible. So you cannot make boards with the stone axe. At least my character can't. Maybe if he was like more proficient with the axe, or possibly, although he's very good at it, or possibly with carpentry or timbercraft, I'm not sure. But I don't think I've ever been able to successfully make boards with a stone axe. Just imagine how difficult that would be in real life. You had like a handcrafted stone axe that you just kind of scrape the edge of it to sharpness. That'd be impossible. So, yeah, not going to happen there. But as I've mentioned, this character is a hermit, so he's been traumatized by his early slavery, and he is not willing to go into any of these settlements and do trading, at least not this year. Maybe in a year or two when he grows up a little bit and he's, lost some of that trauma, we might do one or two big trading events like each year or whatever, but for right now, he's not going to be getting access from any of these people. And of course, if you're unfamiliar, this white color, this is a culture. This is the civilization known as the Owl Tribe. We're very close to them. They're not hostile, but he doesn't know that. And these other colors around here too, they're different cultures. But our goal is to get out here. You can't see it because it's all covered up, but this is no man's land out here, pure wilderness. No cultures whatsoever. That's where we're headed, but we've got to get prepared for it. We're getting close too. He's almost ready to pull up stakes and head out there. Not even gonna lie. All we need is a wolf pelt or two. Okay, check it out, guys. I was just coming over here to check on our wolf trap, and I stopped by our other shelter, and we got ourselves a fox. So let's disarm this trap now. Again, I'm gonna kind of get some of these traps pulled up. Let's see, what time of year is it? We're on the day 2 of the 3rd week before midwinter point. So, I mean, we've actually made it, essentially. I have full confidence we're going to survive our first winter, especially since we've only got like 4 more days till that food's ready. So, we can literally start pulling up these traps. It's a good idea, not to leave them around if we do decide to leave this area permanently. I want to get as many of these traps taken down as possible. It's the responsible thing to do. Some of these poor animals could get stuck and just die in there willy nilly without good reason. So here we are. It is morning. You can see the light levels are not great. Let me sleep a little bit. All right. There we go. Levels are a lot better. Zoom in here. We're down here by the wolves. Let's check. Oh, look, there's a mountain man right there. You see him? Yep. Human shaped figure. Interesting. I wonder if he's out hunting. Could be. He could be a robber too. We don't know. We're not going to mess with them. Like I said, we don't interact with the people. So, the trap is not full. There is a wolf up north though. You see it right there? Okay, they're still in the area. It looks a little fatigued. I don't know what they're doing. They're probably hunting too. So let's get out of here. Yep, it's right there next to me. Let's go. Let's retreat. Well, we know they're in the area, so that's the best thing you can hope for. If you set a trap to have actually seen animals in that vicinity. So, only thing we can do better right now is get a little bit of bait in that trap, which I will do. This fox might just serve that purpose. So, well, guys, we got a lot more work to do. As I said, the winter is pretty much surmounted, but we've got a lot of work to do just to build up our inventory of tools and stuff like that, and continue to thrive here in the Unreal world. So, I hope you're enjoying the content. Stick around tomorrow. We're going to have some more episodes up. So, hit that like button, guys. Let me know what you think down in the comment section, and I will see you on the next episode. Hey there, everybody. I just wanted to give a very special shout out to my Patreon members. These folks may not only make my channel possible, but they help motivate me to do the very best I can here on YouTube, and I appreciate them very much. Also, I want to give a very special shout out to Vita for providing this cuttlefish scientist drawing. Thank you, Vita.